Teams will be joining FaZe in the L column, meaning 7th or 8th at the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2020. And now we're going to be going to Nuke to decide it with Henry G and Machine.
Thank you so very much, fellas at the desk. Scene set perfectly. Chad outlining that the 100 Thieves have found success on Nuke just yesterday versus Evil Geniuses. Well, different opponent, same map, and it's for a spot in the Spodek. The last one. 5 seats are taken. And just 2 teams vying for this last spot.
Upper approach here as the Molotov goes on top of the hut. Smoke towards main, and Carrigan ready to dispatch of 100 Thieves here. Excellent work from mousesports. It looks like a pretty much clean round at this point. Just 1 player remaining, JKS. Nice execution, but unfortunately couldn't find the shots. But JKS has got a few up his sleeve, it seems. A couple of headshots delivered. Smoke goes down towards Squeaky, and he is known as a bit of a clutch king.
Yeah, 1 more, and unbelieving. Chris has absolutely none of that. Quick frag from him. Neutralizes the fragging before it gets out of control.
So a nice idea from 100 Thieves there. Molotov on hut, smoke main, flashing. But Carrigan, he's seen it all before. He got a very nice smoke down towards the squeaky door position. Their grey screen coming through. He's got himself essentially some free kills there. He does very well on the upper bomb side of Nuke. He's very good at getting the smoke down at the right time and making sure he has massive advantages. And gets himself some very basic frags. Lovely work. We are going to be seeing a full eco here with the AKs coming out in the 3rd. Towards outside they go. Voxic looking to rack up some more kills here with the scout.
Yeah, and he's got that nice contingency plan of Chris J just tucked in on the boxes as well. So if they do land a bit of damage onto that scout, never mind, looks like what Chris J just wants to fight. It makes a lot of sense. He knows they have the advantage, and just a quick double. Lining him up with Voxic's damage as well. No vent dive possible. They were hoping that attention would be drawn outside, but mousesports so comfortable in their own ability that they don't have to move a muscle. Great hold. And that's 3 SMG frags for Chris J.
Yeah, it's going to be Chris J finding 5 and 0. That's more than he got in the entirety of the first half of Dust 2.
Ooh, there's a good bomb to drop. And the boys were saying that you got to keep an eye on if he gets his hand on a Krieg, which I will continue to do so because he has done ridiculous things. And if form continues, once he gets those armored opponents, we'll see.
Entering round 3, AK's coming out, no Kriegs. Smokes and flashes available. Towards outside we go, makes a lot of sense. You got that range. Up against the scout of Voxic though, Jacob. The best smokes down, it could cost him a bit of damage. Yeah, he's actually gone down to 31. They've confirmed no one's crossed over the secret at this point. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe the incendiary got thrown. I didn't catch it at the very beginning, but a smoke was missed.
Or another theory could be by design, because Jacob had a smoke landing on secret. Perhaps that gap was to catch a CT early with these lesser buys and exploit it. Get that early first blood with the CTs expecting that second smoke to land. It's a possibility. Towards ramp they go. Voxic with his scout trained on this location. It's very unlikely he can do more than a tag. He's going to hope to fall back immediately. Fires off the first shot. A Molotov, or rather incendiary, will do the necessary work to slow down the push. Raz faction, however, caught out.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one now. No smokes. And it will be all the damage coming through for Voxic. You can see 3 tags coming through, and how to even get the bomb down towards lower here. It'll be very difficult indeed. Now these SMGs become so potent. Robs with the FAMAS waiting to the double doors towards lower. They're going to give it their best shot. Do they even have a Molotov on one of the doors? So they don't. Just a flashbang. They're going to have to see what's available to them. That's the high HP player removed. We're going to see Liaz taken out. Robs, he knows they're there. 25 seconds. Bomb's going to be planted. Does he try and deny? Not quite.
JKS was there to slam the door shut should it open, but now can tuck into Shadow. He is their best chance at converting this one. It's not ideal for the CTs, but there is a kit on Frozen, so keep your eyes on where he falls should he go down. Nice nade, but it does mean that they're all eyes on Decon. JKS. Clean. 2 more from either side of the extremities of it. Robs starting his push, but he's being perfectly covered by Jacob, and it does look like just trying to do damage on the exit, and that's a whole lot of it. 2 weapons down. Jacob looking to respond to stop the defuse. The spray's perfect. That got a little too close for comfort at the end there.
Yeah, it certainly did, but there it is. It will be 100 Thieves picking up the round, and money actually strong for mousesports still. Even after giving that one up, they had so much success with the SMGs that they'll be absolutely fine going into this first gun round. Voxy brings out the AWP. UMP for Frozen, which is fine. Listen that to here from Robs. certainly makes things more problematic going forward. Now mousesports actually have a bit of an advantage, even though they lost the previous round, just by getting those last few kills. You can see Mac-10s out for 2 players on 100 DS, JKS from Gratisfaction, Azza with the UMP. And a fast play here. Blind, does he make it down? He does not. Frozen will get him with the UMP.
Bomb was not on his back, so not all is lost. Gratisfaction's trying to use that smoke to his advantage, trying to catch Frozen, and he does. A dink, but not the frag, and so advantage is returned to the hands of 100 Thieves, but they do have that very low HP Gratisfaction. He has that Mac-10, so he's just going to try and get that utility, get full use of it. Happy to be alive. The outside smokes. Nothing to report from Rops' side of the map. Voxic's the one holding the push. Gratisfaction looking to draw the shot. That's enough. Mick forces him to tuck in. A Molotov would be perfect, but he still gets another one. Not going to get away. Jacob makes sure of that.
Oh, it was a very good effort there from Vox. It cost him his life, but they have got the advantage. In terms of utility, just one Molotov, no smokes. And start to rotate towards lower. CT's encroaching on their position. Here's Jacob making his way towards window. Had a great showing in this series so far. Rops holds with a push from window. 25 seconds in. The door's open. The bomb goes down. Jacob will have to recover it.
He has a little bit of time to wait out Chris J's flank. Good info. And bomb retrieved. Oh, the double peek from Mouse. If he gets the 1v1, Carrigan's ready for it. Reads him like a book. Ages 3 and up. And it will be Mouse 3. 100 Thieves 1.
And the money at this point was already compromised. It's those couple of kills from Rops in the round they gave away. That's set 100 Thieves up for such a difficult purchase into the next round. Voxic sitting in the flames here, knowing there's one more kill available, swings out. Like I said, cost him his life, but taking those 2 big frags, it was enough to give them a firm advantage and deny the plan completely. We are going to have just Deagles, no armor, PT-50s and Glocks in some cases. And in terms of their setup, just rushing towards outside, hoping for the best here. The Eagle shots required. It's going to be a hell of a shot from Jacob, but Voxic absolutely destroys him there.
Yeah, that's a great reaction shot from Voxic, and he's not quite done. Lines up a second. JKS next in the guillotine. Voxic likely to find Gratisfaction if he chooses to leave this warehouse. He can hear the stomping boots of Chris J, but that's only going to entice him out into the open. Rops punishes, and so 4 for Mouse on their CT so far, and keeping it nice and tidy as well.
So just Azza with the P250. Might be a kill at the back here, but not meant to be. Chris J gets the timing. Down to a T, and mousesports start to extend their lead now. 4-1, decent start for them. Money looking very strong. They've got M4s out. No AWP right now. Chris J could have fallen. He's got the UMP in hand, but you want to hold on to every single dollar. Maybe a tactical timeout on the agenda. We will see. Looks like they're enjoying themselves there on the mousesports side. Chris J having a much better game here, 8-1.
Such a lovely feeling as well, winning that knife round. Third map decider, it's Nuke.
Yep.
You win that knife, woof.
It's a big deal.
Patience prevails to the outside. Diaz avoids that HE damage. There's a 3-man lean from mousesports with Voxic main as well for this outside hold. They're anticipating a bit more commitment behind these outside smokes.
So let's have a look at how they're deployed here. Molotov to take away any CT presence towards Secret. And how many players want to cross over? Looks to be 5. Chris J waiting to see if there's any information he can gather here. No sound cues, but Rops, he's in a good position for 2 frags here. Whether we'll get them to another story. Liaz, preemptive shot. That's going to be their cue to really send it now down towards lower. UMP in the vent's not going to do anything about that.
They left JKS on the red container, and he's ready to punish Chris J as soon as he gets out of his hidey hole. Great work from 100 Thieves. This is clinical, textbook, exactly how they intended this round to transpire.
Yeah. Well, there it is. The AKs have to be saved at this point. Bomb down. Round done. Great stuff there. Liaz Just that one kill secures the round. They know it as well. That's why they pick up the pace so much, because there's such an aggressive position from Robs. He's patrolling towards Secret. It's a very committed position, though. If he holds the corner with the incendiary, that's where usually CB knew he might have to do a bit more there, considering they had no resistance outside whatsoever. Unfortunately, 5 players coming in, one of them pre-firing his position, did not work out for him, and we'll see that bomb down in a very, very safe spot. No chance of giving this one up. We'll see Frozen and Voxig both towards the T roof, I believe.
Just waiting to see if anybody fancied their chances of doing some additional damage on the way out, but all good in the hood. And so 100 Thieves bite back. Do so absolutely cleanly as well. Yeah, that position from Rops, you said it's a bit of an all-in. We saw that lovely kind of twist on it from Na'Vi where they had electronic there, but someone baiting on that corner makes it all the more impactful.
Yeah, indeed. That's a good point. Like, he would have done well to get more than one there, even with the AK in hand. Such a committed position. So will be the tactical timeout now from mousesports. Radiant gets a chance to chime in and adjust their setup. They still have cash here with the 2 saved AKs especially. We haven't seen much of the AWP yet. They've got money to bring it out. Chris J with $8,000 as they start to distribute the wealth accordingly. Third and final map of this series and the day. And of course, this stage of the tournament. It all kicks off in the arena tomorrow. That was the shot. Now Robs' world and Carragher the UMP just a little bit late. Couldn't do much about that.
A little earlier in the piece, that was JKS's catch onto Chris J. They do give that man so many luxurious positions on that T side. Separated from the commitment, and it just comes down to his read. That spray catches anyone who's taking an aggressive line towards the squeaky peak on main. Looks like a bit of a rinse and repeat, at least in regards to what the opener looks like to Mouse.
So, do they want to send 5 players there again? Now they've conditioned with the idea they have the potential to send 5 down there. This is where you start deploying your variations. Same smokes, and you see it is different now. It's going to be 3. So what's the change here? Maybe a vent dive from JKS. He's sat towards Squeaky Door right now. Bomb does make its way down towards Secret. There is a player on T roof, I believe. So Az is going to set up a flash, and I assume JKS will try and jump down the vents just to flush anyone out, and they'll make their move down towards Secret as that happens.
Oh, that sounds hot.
It's good, isn't it? You can see how that all builds up. So we need to see if JKS will make it down. That's if the flashbang is delivered anytime soon here.
Waiting out their smoke. That is essentially the cue now. Chris J's actually choosing to leave and walk his way back towards main. If
Oh, great smoke from mousesports. This might thwart their efforts. They might have to cancel or do something else.
Or he gets brave enough to go through. Nade off the door. They're talking about it. They're running out of time. Here we go. Flash from Azza. JKS, he knows his mission is to get down that vent. There's 2 waiting for him. Chris J's in the corner, wiggling all up a storm. 17 seconds. Where is that bomb?
It's still enough, though, because they can get towards lower. It depends on Robs. He needs multiple kills again. Another committed position. They don't check it. 9 seconds here. Can the bomb be planted? Gratisfaction desperately makes his way towards the site. 3 versus 2. Bomb to not go down. Nice spray from Carrigan. He gets the job done, and that'll be the round going in their favor. It was brilliant play from mousesports there. Just reading the fact that they had to keep the Squeaky Door smoke. They could sense what was coming. I feel like they had a read on the tactics of 100 Thieves there. They've seen that before. They could see the way that was building up.
Yeah, they've definitely spent their time in the demos. You're going into a battle versus a top 10 team. Both of these teams housed in the top 10. You are going to do your homework. I was talking to Yanko in the bar, and he was saying at this point in the game of Counter-Strike, you have to have a fake of your fake.
Yeah, I know what he means. That's a very good point. He just suggests we're doing this one strategy, and then we're not, then we are.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Ooh, Molotov does stop the smoke.
So that's why teams are delaying their smokes these days, just to avoid that fact, but you can always just compensate. Jacob just throws caution to the wind, and then he goes towards the garage. Chris J can't believe his luck there, a bit of a freebie. So that will be the opening pick for mousesports here. Picking up the previous round just by locking them out of the Squeaky Door. JKS couldn't bust through, ran out of time. Now the opening pick, looking to extend their lead to 6-2. Plenty of time to recover this one, but unfortunately they dumped so much utility outside. They don't have any smokes remaining.
That is going to be problematic. Bottles of flame, perhaps, could be enough to force the fight into a favorable position. Rops to be tested. Avoids the flash, but chooses not to engage initially. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Chooses to take the off angle, gets one, will be traded. Little delayed. Karrigan's quite hot on the heels, actually, of the descending Thieves.
It's actually a bit of an opening here. Frozen to try and deny the plant. Karrigan, he just loves swinging around this lower bomb site, denying plants all over the place.
That's 2 rounds in a row, and he does it so confidently. Liaz, however, is in the server, and
It's just like, guys,
raging. What?
don't die. That's the aim of the game.
Straight in your palm. That means what was that? But Liaz just finds a god mode for a moment, toggles it on. 3 kills from him in this round, and Woxic's burning. Forces him out of the line of sight. Karrigan, they know where he is. 5 seconds. Where is that bomb plant? It's in the open, and he gets off it. He repositions, and I think he still has time.
Yeah,
Liaz, the hero. He continues to save the day.
Yeah, amazing round here from Liaz. If they pick this one up, it's all on him. Voxic, though, very good in these sort of scenarios. Doesn't have the best weapon for the job. Needs to spot him. Not going to happen. And a round that looked guaranteed there for mousesports falls apart at the hands of Liaz. Getting towards the double doors. 2 very quick kills, and he steals it right away. And that's when the bomb goes down as well. It looked like there was enough. A Karrigan swing denying that initial plant. That should have been it, but Liaz continues his rampage. He's only on 3 frags before this. This second kill was just tremendous. Frozen didn't see it coming.
And he managed to stop that molly from catching him as well with just 11 HP. 1 lick of the flames would have caught him. Instead, gets that bomb down with just half a second to spare. Frozen's pulling out one of my favorite weapons of choice, especially on this map. That auto shotty can cause carnage if they go gray-screen towards his domain, but it doesn't seem to be the case today. Instead, we slow it down. Lots of early smokes from those CTs. We'll just keep a 15-second timeout for everyone to catch their breath, including ourselves here, Henry.
Karrigan has been known to do some pretty remarkable things with that Desert Eagle, especially towards the hub. Up to Chris J first, as he does spray off a few bullets towards the ramp, and Karrigan, he's going for the backstab here. Is that a player towards the T-roof as well? Karrigan,
he finds these
behind
gaps. He finds them so often.
They were checking it every now and then, but he could time this so well. Time will tell. He needs his teammate to step up here and start showing some presence. Chris J and Karrigan chiming in. Can he get a second? Not quite. Decent effort, though.
Yeah, and that shotgun doesn't look so good now, Frozen. Woxic needs at least 1. He sprays wildly into the smoke. It's a connection. At this point, maybe not enough, and maybe I need to eat my words. Frozen connecting onto Grat with that auto shotty, looking to draw as much attention to him, so this duel can be won. Woxic transfers into the feet of Azza, but he's still fragging onto Rops on window. 2v2, Molly's perfect.
Such a brawl here, and Azza continues to find headshots. Just Voxic now, he's done so much already. A lot of damage put out there, but another round for 100 Thieves. That's going to be 2 in a row, 5-4. Money surely broken on the CT side, which it is. That's confirmed. And this could be another 30-round game, maybe even some overtime action here. Ooh. We do have to take a full eco on the mousesports side. Raging will call a timeout, just try and calm everyone down.
I love the synchronized picture-in-picture of after Liaz got those shots. Just the coach's reaction, a rare capture a couple of rounds ago. But timeout time for him to get those 30 seconds of powerful words of affirmation. You're doing real well, guys. Keep it up.
I don't think he'll be saying that.
I'm only joking.
But HE grenades purchased, just going to try and find something in this sort of round, nading towards outside perhaps. Very unlikely they get much more than 1 or 2 kills, but time will tell. 100 Thieves will have a 5-5 situation on their hands going forward. On the T side of Nuke, that's not bad at all. So they're going to wait for the outside smokes to be deployed, then dump these grenades. So Frozen throws it about now, which he probably will. That could do some damage, which it does, but that does a little bit more. Liaz with the Krieg to a naked Chris J. He'll be removed.
Yeah, he has had a spectacular set of rounds here. 4 in the one before, 3 in this one, in the one prior. It's hard to keep track, and then opening up nicely despite the nade damage up against these USPs. Not taking any chances. Molotov off secret as they start their campaign towards the outside area. Frozen just tucked in on that box, but yeah, this one happy to use their nades in favor of losing players. Hoping they wouldn't be checking, but no issues for Azza as he finds another second frag of the round. Up through heaven, they're everywhere.
Towards main entrance they go. Shouldn't be much more to say about this round, just a matter of time. Voxy waiting towards the hut. The bomb will go down, and there it is. That's going to tie things up. Gratisfaction, perfect crosshair placement. We'll find the penultimate kill. Rops towards outside, just looking to see if he can find Liaz. Ideally, he's on 24 HP, but there we have it. It's going to be a very promising situation now for 100 Thieves. I don't think many people had them going through at this point, considering like the form they've displayed in the last few months. Some of the individuals dropping off as well. You'd make a difficult case to try and find reasons to say they were going to make it to the Spodek.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, Group B, they started up against G2, and we've seen the G2 that arrived. They did not drop a game. I think they dropped one map to Mouse, and they were thrown to the lower bracket round 2. Following that one, they had to go through Tyloo, Evil Geniuses, and now their last and most deadly task yet is Mouse. 1-1 in the series. It ends on Nuke. The lower bracket run from the Australians. I feel like that's said at every Counter-Strike event.
Yeah, that is actually a good point. So round 11, getting to the bookend of this first half. No AWP available for Voxic. No defuse kits there. No helmets. Luckily, they got 5 rifles on the other side. And only 1 incendiary. That's a huge deal. It's Frozen to have it. He has to throw the incendiary towards Squeaky Door. That has to come in, which it does. But towards outside they go once again. Can they even hold this off?
Time to find out. Already that gap in the smoke for them to take these fights, but it's wide open and not being checked. Azza can sneak on down. Gratisfaction, however, has the bomb. If he's spotted on the cross, that gets a little awkward. Instead, they can still keep him guessing with the pair down the stairs.
So they'll fall back towards lobby. Want to get window control. They've got so much time, such powerful positions. You see Robs alone towards ramp. In terms of lower, there's no CT presence there at all. And no one's rotated. So what's the plan here? How would they ever recover this? At least the bomb's not down there. That's something.
Oh, they synced up the glass break. That's hot.
That's actually wild, isn't it?
That's so good. And look what it's led to. Robs has no idea. Oh, no!
No.
Oh, Robs, the reaction. Azza's going to be kicking himself. Palm to face. Mousesports, they get an advantage they had no right to take. Robs exposed again. This time, they don't make the same mistake. Takes the shot immediately. Now to the lower site, they do start to stabilize.
Notice no one still toward lower, but that was very impressive. Like the build-up, obviously there's a free kill there for Azza. Wanted to see if he could go for the superstar play. Didn't work out for him, but it looks like they've still won the round. Remember, they entered with no kits, so it's still enough.
It's perfect. And I mean, sneaking down, then seeing Gratisfaction's decision-making of realizing that, you know what, anyone takes a quick jiggle here and sees that red icon on the map.
Yeah.
The rotation comes in. Look at the payoff. Oh, satisfying. Counter-Strike is so satisfying when you see it pay off in that way.
Yeah, nice work from Jakey to catch that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the observers. They've been great all the time, especially these new fly-throughs. It can be jarring for some people if you haven't seen it before, but, you know, constantly trying to innovate to give you all of the information you desire of the game we so love.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest moments I've seen this tournament. That was really nice.
He cut to Azza just as he got the glass. Brilliant catch.
Beautiful. Okay, round 12. Tactical timeout. Here's the moment for Azza. Oh, don't do him like this. We've obviously seen the replay. Missed POV. Nice work from Robs, but that's the only kill they get, unfortunately. What was the reaction there? He's not happy about it. Didn't smash anything or punch himself, so that's good. We've seen a lot of smacking of one's head.
He made sure the comms were made before anything else happened.
Before destroying what's in front of him.
Good. Third time Matt Kassad has a chance to influence the game. And I will mention that that's 3 timeouts from the Mousesports side on their CT of Nuke.
Yeah.
That's a good sign that the cracks are starting to form and that this 100 Thief underdog run is not impossible.
Certainly not. It's looking good at this point. Leanne's at the very top with 10 kills, but Azza with ADR would have had a bit more if he nailed that previous kill, but regardless, he's putting in a strong shift so far. Auto shotgun for Carrigan. Things still not stable for Mousesports. Incendiaries are available. Frozen will have to throw it towards the Squeaky Door again. And this outside play, they just don't have the resources to really do anything about it. They haven't really adjusted with a rifle up close.
That's true. We haven't seen any of the kind of, you know, Astralis, Glaive-esque outside aggressions that get you anxious about the outside take. And again, the pair finds the stair. Voxic this time is the one that's ready to take the fight. Info, smoke, and enough time for it to bloom.
So now they've at least got some control down here. Finally got some presence towards lower. The last few rounds, we've had no one down there at all. But still, they can reposition, go back towards upper. Chris J playing very passively towards CT spawn. They'll smoke off main. They know it's unlikely there's a AWP available. So with the Kriegs, they would actually feel comfortable just swinging out on these challenges. Garage is clear. Chris J has an Incendiary and an HG. He's just playing the waiting game, though. Azza, it looks like he's going to check CT spawn. Let's see if that rings true. He's looking towards that direction. I think he's got it. Not going to connect. Should be a trade. But here comes Robs looking to back him up.
Yeah, should being the operative word. Perhaps it can come from Robs, and a good catch. He didn't have much to work with, and he takes two before Graz Faction finally gets his teeth into him.
Silence M4 showing his true power there. They had no idea where he was. Bought him a couple extra seconds. That's why Carrigan has it in his arsenal. Drops it over his teammates. They can reap the benefits sometimes as well. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be the smoke towards the huts. Graz Faction coming out of heaven. I don't think he's got much of a chance here. Lovely shot. 3 versus 1 now. JKS has to step up massively. This is the auto shotgun to affect the initial damage. Voxer to close things out. And mousesports back on their feet here after losing 4 rounds in a row.
That's a timeout that pays off.
Yes, indeed. We'll see round 13 come through. Money's absolutely fine. 400 Thieves. Is there a chance of an AWP here for Voxic? It comes through. Now he needs to start going towards Secret, maybe looking at Squeaky Door. They need to shut down its outside presence. But I would say knowing they're bringing out the AWP now, this is where I change the pace up completely. Even on Thieves, you're throwing in a curveball.
Saw Chris J just releasing that Molotov. Actually, it was a smoke this time. Straight up to the top side. You're absolutely right, Henry. They just charge on in. Frozen takes the fight. Successful. Lots of nades thrown into this site, and they're continuing to take the fights. Liaz onto 1. Liaz onto 2. Chris J, he can't really contest. He knows the nades are flying through the sky, but look at Woxic.
Yeah, he went towards lower to get towards Secret. That's the perfect call. They couldn't have made a better one. Just when you know their money's stabilized, they're bringing out the AWP, they're going to try and counter us outside. Rush upper. Like, that's godlike.
It's working so well. A dream T call. And they'll be forced to save. God, what a change of pace. Perfect from the Thieves to continue to head towards even taking a lead into the second half. My God, when I saw Mouse on the CT side, we saw them win the pistol, convert, I was thinking this could be difficult. But immediately responding from a 4-1 deficit. Mouse were 4-1 up. We find ourselves 7-6.
It's looking like a different team. Earlier in the tournament, 100 Thieves looked like a shambles at times. It was rough to watch, but they're bringing it all together at the right times.
Yeah, I think their performance versus G2 was quite an outclassing. I've got the scores
They got wrecked by them.
16-3, 16-2.
Yeah, like I remember watching that. It's like this is just woeful for them. What's
you show up to Katowice, you plug in your peripherals, your fist bumping, everything you've been doing your prep for. You've had a month of preparation for this tournament, and you get 16-2, 16-3. That is going to blow your confidence.
Well, maybe they needed that wake-up call to get them in this sort of form. Because this is the best looking 100 Thieves we've seen all tournament, and the third map with a chance to go to the Spodek. This is it now. We're getting to round 14. Voxer still has the AWP. Saved weapons brought over. But they're inside mousesports' head right now. And they know it. This is what Voxer wanted to do in the previous round. Start challenging outside from Secret. It's a very good change if you are struggling in that position. You can spot towards Silo. T-Red, of course. And once you get comfortable, you can start peeling players back towards the upper bomb site.
Just as Woxic arrives, they descend off of Silo, perhaps. Keeping an eye on the time.
That's what he's looking for.
Just the one.
Just enough to say, I've got an AWP here. I found that first kill. You have to go upper.
You talk about the funnel. It's a perfect example of it. Chris J, if they could choose to do anything towards that smoke, he's got a heavy advantage, and so they don't. Steps. Far from Secret, but there is somewhat of a curveball, and the name is JKS. 3 outside and 1 lingering lobby. Azza to support his teammates as they do advance towards the heaven position. He'll be flashing them in, and Rops, ooh, I don't think Azza spotted him. Rops can do so much damage, he can ruin it all. Does get the frag, does drop the bomb, but the frags keep coming in favor of the Thieves. It's not over yet, 25 seconds. He has to get the bomb. It's going to be tough. And a missed shot from Woxic. Liaz descending, he has to go back up the ladder, and God, my goodness, this is ridiculous. This is just silly. but they will get back into the site. My God, what a ridiculous turn of events.
Azza with 3 once again. He makes it 4. The man in charge of all their moves. He's called a perfect T-side so far, and he's fragging very well indeed. That's his 13th frag. He's just beneath Liaz, who's at 14.
In their victory versus Evil Geniuses on Nuke, it was Azza and Jacob who found ridiculous form, both of them dropping 27 and 26 respectively. Azza's doing it again here on this T side. Great work to find 4 frags, 2 in the entrance into the site.
Damn.
Saved the day. Voxic's missed shot also, admittedly, like the round is lost if Liaz doesn't get that bomb into the site.
True. Well, we get to the final round of this first half, Alex. The auto shotguns are out. The scout, the FAMASs, no kits, barely any utility. 100 Thieves have this round in the palm of their hand. See if they can close it out. A 9-6 on the T side would be a statement.
No doubt about that. Voxic's only got a scout for this outside hold. Oh, I'm going to learn a lineup. No, I'm not.
You line up with the F, and then above the silo, there's a little dot. I'll show you later.
Yeah, nice. I appreciate that. Talking of dots, this is a real nice one. Flying towards the lockers. But all quite literally smoke. Not sure about the literal mirrors, but deception is definitely present.
This has been really interesting. Like, we talked about Nuke kind of evolving from the strategic point of view, and I've really seen that with 100 Thieves. They've brought some great ideas out here. Nice variation of their defaults. Their outside smokes, it's been impressive. As Rob's now, again, got to defend. Oh, okay, he catches the nades out, gets 2. A mistake from Liaz there. Caught with the pants down and the nades out.
Where's the bomb? JKS is just asking himself the same question. You can see his mouse react. Personality visible in the gameplay.
Yeah, they still might be able to get away with this one, but it's going to be uncomfortable now. And it's Carrigan swinging out again. His signature move this time doesn't land. 8 seconds remaining. Can Chris J pull it off? That's going to be enough. They can no longer plant the bomb.
Find him. There's no way. They're heading towards Deacon. He's already up the ladder. The Dutchman strikes one final time in the half. 8-7 to keep things as close as they could. But my God, Thieves, regardless of the 9th being on the board, the statement has been made, Henry.
It absolutely has. It's looking very good for 100 Thieves. 8-7 in this one over to the CT side. This is going to be the final half of the day. You're not going to want to miss it.